What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in this series, I farm a dungeon 100 times. I save everything of interest or everything that I want to post on the auction house, and then I make these videos showing you how I farmed it and how much gold I made running it 100 times. So we're going to dive into that. Before we do though, massive thank you for all the support on the 0 to 10 million gold guide. This gold guide features the best tactics and methods that I personally use in order to achieve hundreds of millions of gold. The best part about it is the fact that it's a digital guide, so that means whenever there's a new patch or even a new expansion to the game, I update the exact same gold guide completely for free and send it to your email for a lifetime. So if you don't have it by now, check it out with the link down below in the description. And don't forget to use the discount code STUDENT for 50% off. And if you're like many people who already have the gold guide, really do appreciate that. And if you're happy with it, you're most definitely going to be happy with the VIP Discord as well. You sign up and then you get an invite link to the Discord. And on that Discord, you can get to see all my YouTube videos before they go public on YouTube. You also get access to exclusive gold tips, investments, multiple spreadsheets for gold making, and much, much more. But that will also be linked down below in the description. Now, when we're farming RFD, we're looking for a big variety of different items. Like, there's RFD specific items that can drop, like the Corpse Shroud, Stormgale Fist, Manslayer, which is a weapon, is really good. Bone Slasher is also really good. And then a couple of other armor pieces right here. Now, it also has like a list of decent like world drop items, like green items, like the Saltstone set and the Tyrants. It really depends on what realm you're playing on. In terms of green items, the Saltstone set would be the best one. But the holy grail and the reason why a lot of people are farming RFD is because there is a chance that you will obtain the pattern for the rich purple silk shirt. Now, this is like 500,000 to 1,000,000 gold. It is absolutely wild. And the reason for that is because it's used now to complete a profession achievement where you need this rich purple silk shirt pattern. It is very hard to get, and the most common way of getting it is by unlocking chests or opening up chests inside of a dungeon. But it can also drop from just killing and looting a mob. There's also a couple of other like patterns that you can get inside of RFD that also tends to do well, but the rich purple is definitely the best one. But you have others like Starbelt, Lesser Parry, and so on. So the dungeon itself, I'm running it on a fairly slow speed set druid because I haven't upgraded the speed set on him, just leveled him to 70. But it's a very short dungeon, and you can't really do any mistakes besides from missing out on chest spawns, right? Because you do want to open up old chests, and if you don't do it on a rogue and you do it on a different class, can be any class, you should have a profession that allows you to open up chests. I'm personally running it with the inscription because then I can use Scroll of Unlocking to open up the chest. Very easy. You just got to go to a BFA and pick up level 1 BFA inscription, and then you can buy the Scrolls of Unlocking on the auction house. So you have one potential spawn right here in this this room right here. So where you can get a chest spawn. It doesn't have to be locked. It's very often you can just go and open it up without any professions or any rogue or anything like that. Then we're going to click the gong right here. Clear out these packs right here. And then we continue further into the dungeon. And there's a lot of chest spawns. There's like a minimum of 3 chests, I believe, in RFD. Like, that has to be up. So really, really good. Now, I also advise you guys, once you get into this room right here, to click on this bag hanging from the tree, the Henry's Hand bag. And that's because it gives you this one, the recipe for the Gold Torn Tea. Very high sell rate, used to be removed from the game. On my realm, it's worth absolute jack shit. But in a lot of realms, it goes for a couple hundred gold. And they're so easy to sell. Now, this little pit right here can have 2 chests. It can have 0 chests, 1 chest, or double chest spawning. So always make sure to check that location as well. But there's like no alternative routes that you can take in RFD. So that means that if you just follow the dungeon as it is supposed to be ran, you can't really do anything wrong. The reason why I'm not looting anything, by the way, is because I have loot from 100 runs in my bags, and I don't want to mess with that. So if I miss out on a huge drop, so let it be. And then we're going to kill all of these globs right here. We'll just follow the dungeon. There's an okay amount of mobs in the dungeon. It's also important to do, as I did in the beginning of the run, by attacking the spiders that's like hanging up in the roof, because every loot table counts when you're running such a short dungeon as this one. So once we run through the spiral right here, we're going to start getting to the huts. And the huts can also have chests inside of them, where there has to be a chest inside of a hut. Like, it's impossible to run this without seeing a chest inside of these huts. So make sure to kill all these mobs up here in the buildings as well. So I know that if the chest is isn't in this building right here, I can just go over to the next hut. And it might not be in this hut either, but if it isn't, it's going to be in the next one. See, no chest in that one. And, well, the next one or the last one. Because you have one hut right here. Nothing. No chest in that one. That leaves us to the last hut. Right up here. And there's going to be 1000% a chest inside of this hut. There has to be. There you go. That's the chest. So once you get to this part, also another tip is to, whenever you meet these guys right here, these pig mobs, is to cast a spell at him. If you play a druid, you want to attack him and then run into them and swipe him, because like upon reaching combat, they will spawn mobs, so you can get everything in one swipe. But I don't kill the last boss because it's a little bit of RP and it's not worth it for one additional loot table, in my opinion. So I just jump down and I take this this way out here. Like a shortcut to run out of the dungeon. So you don't need to like teleport in and out of the dungeon or anything like that, which means you don't have to run it on druid that can dreamwalk. It can be done on any class. You don't need a speed set in order to do 10 runs an hour, because the dungeon is fairly short. So now that we've talked about what you can potentially get from the dungeon and how to farm it, it is time to take a look and see what I received from doing it 100 times. And it's very interesting with RFD, because I've done 100 RFDs and I've made 2 million gold in market value, average market value in EU. I also done it for 100 runs and only made it 200k in market value. So the RNG is insane on this. Now, if I search up rare items right here, we can take a look and see what rare items I got, where I got the triple bone slasher, which isn't that bad. Fire main leggings is a world drop, but they have a good sell rate, so it's a decent item. The Quillward harness, which is and Death's Head vestment. I mean, both items specific to the dungeon. However, unfortunately, there's too many people farming RFD over the years, so the value on these are pretty damn bad. Also got a Wolfhair harness as well, which is a world drop. Saturn's ring, which is a waist and not a ring. It's a unique appearance though, so we're definitely going to sell that. Same thing with the Grim Reaper. Not good value, but it's a unique item. Broken Blade of Heroes is pretty okay. I always complete the blade and make the Blade of Heroes on my blacksmithing tool to sell it for more gold. And then I got a Freezing Shard as well. Not the best item, but it is what it is. Now, I only took care of these, like 3 of these gold torn teas. There's 1 guaranteed each run, so obviously I could have had 100 of these, but I just wanted to save a couple of them and send them off to one of my other realms where the price is like 700 gold each. In terms of epics, I got 2 epics. I got the Ring of Saviors and I got the Gloves of Holy Might. Not the best. So everything else that you see in here is just going to be a bunch of Soulstone and Steadfast and items that are considered good enough to throw up on the auction house, even though they might just be 8.7k gold right here, right? 400 gold here, but very good sell rates. But they're all items that I want to post on the auction house, and some of them are obviously going to be worth more than the others. You're also opening up a lot of chests, which means you get a lot of materials, just random herbs and gems from doing it. It's not going to make you a whole lot of gold. It really isn't, but that's what you get, right? So if we're going to take a look at the total value, we can take a look at the region market value average, which is the average price across the entire EU. And that shows me that I have 975,000 gold in my bags, because it's evaluating something like the Bone Slashers pretty highly compared to the price on my realm. So if I put this on minimum buyout, which is the actual prices like right now on the auction house, on my realm, which is a full pop with super low prices, it goes down to 282,000 gold, but that's not completely true, because for some reason it has 18 of these for 1,000 gold each, so we can subtract 18,000 gold of the file of alacrity. But it's not good. It's better than the time when I got 200k, but I've made a million, I made 1.5 million, 2 million gold, so nothing to really be super excited about. But then again, I've been doing this for so long and so many times that I know that this is the name of the game. Next 100 runs might be absolutely insane. But regardless, that is the results from me doing it 100 times. So that's pretty much it. Appreciate you all watching the video. Don't forget to check out the 0 to 10 million gold guide alongside with the VIP Discord. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for more videos like this, and I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye-bye.